Victory number 6, the Coast Guard. Now, this is something I'm particularly proud of because, as you know, I'm the chairman of the Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation.
Yep.
The Coast Guard is in our jurisdiction. So I wrote the Coast Guard provision. $24 billion for the Coast Guard. This is the single largest investment in the Coast Guard in the history of the United States of America. To give you a sense of the scope of the order of magnitude, the annual budget of the Coast Guard is about $12 billion. We are spending about 200% of the annual budget on the Coast Guard in investments. And what are we doing? We're buying new ships. We're buying new helicopters. We're buying new physical infrastructure. And critically, we're investing in ice cutters, in polar ice cutters and Arctic ice cutters. Right now, China is kicking our ass in the Arctic. And the Arctic is critical for national security. Any war ICBMs are going to come over the Arctic. The Arctic is now, you've got the United States on the Arctic, you've got China playing on the Arctic, you've got Russia playing on the Arctic, and we are losing. This funding will enable us not only to compete to win, and by the way, a huge theme of everything I do in Congress is beat China, beat China, beat China. This investment in the Coast Guard is to beat China in the Arctic. But let me tell you a huge America First benefit for this, which is shipbuilding in America has almost entirely disappeared.
Yeah, and that's scary from a national security standpoint.
It is very scary, but this Coast Guard bill will bring shipbuilding back to America. You look at Galveston, Texas.
Yeah.
There's a huge multi-billion-dollar shipyard that is being built and expanded right now to build these ice cutters. And the problem previously is if you're a private company, you couldn't make the multi-billion-dollar investment because you didn't know where demand was going to come from. Because we have $24 billion appropriated, there is a multi-year stream of buy orders coming from the Coast Guard for these ice cutters. That is going to bring back thousands of jobs, good American jobs, right here building ships to keep America safe. That is in the bill. I'll tell you, when I was in the Hill Country, when I was with the Coast Guardsmen who were rescuing Texans from the floods, every single coastie, every one of them, every man and woman knew exactly about this investment in the Coast Guard. They knew it was the biggest in history, and every one of them said, thank you.